Hey guys, welcome back to another review. As promised, today we have the mighty fine Medusa statue from XM Studios. Of course, this isn't the mythical Medusa, it's the Inhumans Marvel Comics. But anyway, stay tuned. I think you will be very impressed. I think this is the first time where we're actually getting a two-in-one. Um, One character and, of course, the Lockjaw the dog. But we will see, it's mighty fine. Okay, so anyway, stay tuned, and before we proceed, let's go back to the beginning, and we'll do an semi-unboxing. Okay, so stay tuned. Okay, so we got the standard black and white XM box, and I have to take this back a little because this thing is huge. By far the largest XM Studios for me. I know the Hulk is larger, but I don't have that one, so this will have to do. Okay, so now we're gonna pop it open, and let's see what's inside. All right, the most exciting part of the statue XM experience. Look at that. That's the sound of quality right there. And always this. Okay, so we're gonna pop this open, and then let's have a look to see what's underneath here. Okay, so we have, it looks like a one level packaging. So this is Lockjaw, the teleporting dog. As you can see, it's huge. Okay, and then Medusa herself, and then you get an assortment of hair and the staff. Okay, so let's. Oh, before we go on, let's see. Customary for XM Studios, we have the registration card, the layout. So when you put it back, it's a little bit easier. This isn't too bad. You have Lockjaw and Medusa and a bunch of hair thing, and then of course the print. Okay, so as always, it's nice to get one of these for free with the statue instead of getting charged for them. Okay, so let's open up the statue. Okay guys, Medusa is actually a one piece. So as you can see with the hair and everything, there's nothing to remove or add on. Just the two arms, I guess, and a bunch of extra hair pieces and the staff. Okay, so this is one piece. But I'm sure when they, I guess, combine this, these pieces, I mean the body and the hair must be separate, and then they put them on. But for your purposes, I guess, end users' purposes, it's actually a one piece. Okay, so there's no assembling. So as you can see, the paint's looking good so far, and the hair's nicely done. And then I'll show you Lockjaw after this. Okay, so it's pretty clean, nothing to assemble except for the hair pieces. And as you can see, it's colorized, so it won't be too difficult to do. Okay, so let me take this off, and then put Lockjaw on, and then we'll do that, and then we'll combine the two. Okay. Before I give you a 360 of the dog, I forgot to show you the creative team behind Medusa. Okay, so that's what it is, and then if I spin the box around the other way, you get a little history on Medusa. Okay, so let's go back to the dog. So we've only got one accessory for Lockjaw. It's this. You just place the tuning fork on the head, and it should fit in nicely. Bam. And unfortunately, unlike Black Bolt, this isn't real silver like Black Bolt. It's just colored, I guess, resin. It's really light. It's almost like plastic, or it could even be plastic, probably. But anyway, so check it out. Lockjaw is huge. I mean, if you look at my hands, it's like it's a real dog. Like I'm petting him, you know. It's pretty big. I don't have a bulldog, so I couldn't tell you how big a bulldog would grow to be, but this thing is huge. I mean, it's incredible. So I would think this is a puppy bulldog. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so I got a different angle for you guys. It's pretty nice. That's the close-up. And then that's his snout. Okay, so it's nicely detailed. I guess the paint on this could be a little bit darker with a little bit more shading, but that's okay. Man, this thing, it's not heavy, and of course it's hollow, but if they were to make this a solid resin or porcelain piece, it would probably weigh like 100 pounds. That's how heavy it would be. And the whole thing. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a top-down view of the dog. Man, this thing is huge. Okay, and that's what he looks like. And then I'll give you a 360 of Medusa. And then I don't think I can give you a 360 of both Medusa and Lockjaw, just because my carousel isn't big enough, so I'll have to improvise. Okay. Alright, I got Medusa on for the attachments, and check out the attachments. That's quite a lot. It's mostly hair. These guys, they're all color coordinated right there. So this thing is not as bad as the Sideshow Carnage. Have you ever seen the tendrils? Those are a pain in the butt to install or attach. And then of course that's the easiest one. Okay, and then you got the two arms, whatever. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, let's see. We do this one. Looks like the easiest one to do. And of course it's installed with magnets. So she's resting on her hair. This one. Her hand's gonna be on lockjaw, so you want to place the dog right there. And then this is the staff. It's the exact one that Black Bolt has. So you can elect not to install it, or you can. So I'll install this last, and then I'm gonna cut away because I gotta find where the colors are in the back. So if you look at the statue, you can see where the heck is the color? Oh, like something like that. Okay, that's like yellow. So we go with this guy. Alright, so let me attach all of these things because I don't think you guys want to watch me attach stuff. So let me put it together and I will continue. Okay, I finally got all of the hair attached except for the staff. And it was like finding where's Waldo. I couldn't tell because it's just sticking, as you can see, all over the place, which is nice. Okay. Okay, sorry about that, guys. The air conditioner kicked in, so it's making a lot of noise. Anyway, so with the hair, all of it in, that's what you get. They look like tendrils, which is what it is, because her hair, she can control all, every facet of it. So as you can see, it's looking nice. And then let's put the staff in. There's only one issue that I have with the staff, and I'll let you guys know in a few minutes. Yep, so that's in, and that's what it looks like. Okay, so looking pretty good. And let me zoom out to give you a 360, and then we'll get a close-up with and without lockjaw. Okay, this is Medusa 360. So with the staff, so you can see because the hair is red, it really pops. Okay, and then we're going to go back the other way. Okay, so before I give you guys a closer look, let me do a 360 with lockjaw. Okay, this is what lockjaw looks like 360. As you can see, you know, my arms and my hand. Lockjaw is pretty big. Like I said before, I don't have a bulldog, so I don't know how big they grow, but this is like a puppy bulldog. As you can see, this thing is huge. And I love solid statues, but in this one case, it's a good thing to have lockjaw hollow, because if not, this thing would be like 100 pounds. And that's going to be a killer for those shipping guys. They're gonna hit a hernia or something moving this. Okay, so that's what we have. Okay, so I want to try to put these two together. Um, and I don't think I can give you a 360 on both of them together because I don't have a big enough turntable. So let me see if I can get these two on and give you a semi 360. Okay? Alright guys, I did it. I got some wood planks. And then I'm able to do a 360 for you guys. So this is pretty awesome. It's like you're getting a 2-in-1. Okay, so we'll go down this way with the staff. So that's with Lockjaw and Medusa displayed in one. So I would probably, if I displayed this in a case somewhere, I'd get a bigger carousel. But for viewing, showing you purposes, I wouldn't put these wood plank. They're just ugly. But this is the best I can do for you. Okay, so as you can see, it just fits just right. And this is probably one of the best accessorized statue ever made. Okay. As you can see, that is nice. And you can position the dog at some other places, but I think the problem is going to be this arm. There's only so many positions you can put without the arm, not fitting or rubbing. Okay, so we have. It's really nice, and then if you have black bolt like on the side somewhere, it takes up a lot of space to do two, or actually three figures. But if you have room for that, then it'd be really nice. And as you can see, it's pretty nice, Highly recommend this piece. Okay, so let's get a close-up, and then we'll go to the final scorecard, okay? Alright, let's get in on the close-up. Just ignore the wood planks. This was the only way I could fit both of these guys on here. So let's do a close-up, and of course the face is always nice. So close up in, as you can see, it's pretty good. Maybe a little bit wonky eyes, but I think I might be a little bit too picky. So that looks pretty good there. And the hair is nicely done, uniform. I don't see any paint flaws yet. And then that's what Lockjaw looks like. Okay. And then of course you can move the dog around, and that'd be nice. You get textures, but I think some of it, maybe the dog needs to be a little bit darker in order for it to pop more. That's the only complaint I would have. And then this one will take up quite a lot of horizontal display space as opposed to vertical. So it's not too bad. At least it's not both horizontal and vertical. Okay. And we get closer. As you can see, the hair's well done. You have tendrils coming out, and you've got some form of pattern here. Whoops, sorry. And then Exum loves the buckle. Okay. And you have those. And that's what Lockjaw looks like. Close up. Now one of his eyes is going that way. So if you guys have one of these, let me know if it's supposed to go that way. I think it is, but you never know. And that's his snout. It's really done well. I mean, this thing is humongous, as you can see. And then you have a little bit more details over here. Oh yeah, I might have to move the dog back a little, because you can see the arm is touching his ears. Alright, so I fixed the arm right there because the ear was too close. So this would be the optimal, I guess, display. You can always move the dog back that way some. So if you were just to come in the room from a top-down perspective, it would look like that. Okay. So as you can see, it's really nice. I mean, I'm a little surprised that they came out with this combo, but then not really because it's XM Studios, and if you've been following them, they're just creative as heck. You're not gonna get something like this from another company. Um, it's just that these guys are just out of this world. Okay. And we'll go back here. And then, sorry if you hear the air conditioner. It's pretty hot today, so I have to stop every time, and it gets a little bit annoying. But hey, I can't complain. It's nice and cool down here. Okay, so let me turn it pause and then let the air conditioner turn off, and then we'll do a little bit more close up and then go to final scorecard. Alright, so we're back. Air conditioner stopped running. Okay, so just a few close ups. Alright, let's just go to the scorecard. The first category we have is sculpting. This thing is almost there for me. I would say it's a 9 out of 10. Almost. We'll call it 9. Yeah, we'll call it 9 for now. And here's the reason why. Overall, it's a very good sculpt. The only thing is, as you can see here, she's got nice hips, but I think the waist right there, they make it too narrow. Okay, her waist needs to be just a little bit wider. Okay, and then maybe this part that comes up a little bit wider. Okay, so it's just a minor preference. So other than that, I think it's good. The dog looks like a freaking real dog. So I didn't have any other issues, and I love the way the hair is sculpted, as you can see. It is just alive, if you will. And then there's nothing else that I can see wrong. So my only gripe is maybe there's just a little bit too much buckles type, but that's what XM likes. So it's okay. That's just their artist's interpretation of it, and just the design. Okay, and then other than that, it's all good. So 9 out of 10 for sculpting. Okay, and then next category we have is fit and finish. So this means that it's the paint application, if there's any actual mixed media like cloth, see if it fit, the cloth doesn't like rip or anything like that, and it fits fine. As you can see, the paint, I wouldn't call it this flawless because I'm sure if you look hard enough, you can find something. Alright, but for me, I've looked hard enough, but not, like with magnifying glass or anything like that. This is a really, really good fit and finish. I didn't have any issues with it. As you can see with the hair, you get some good shading. Let me see. And the staff, that's not important. The dog, the paint could be a little bit darker, I guess, with a little bit more shading. That would be nice. Other than that, I didn't find any flaws. And then, as you can see, Lockjaw's face, really nice. And that's it for fit and finish. I would have to give this, I can't believe I'm gonna say this, a 10 out of 10. I did not find any flaw. Now that's just on production pieces. This is as good as you're gonna get. Okay, so you're not gonna get any better unless you get a customized one. That is good. Oh, and I did not know this semi-platform, but not like high heels. So I appreciate that. Not every female should have high heels on. Some will work like the White Queen, but maybe not Medusa. Okay, so the paint, the fit and finish, I didn't find any flaws on it. I'm sure there are if I look hard enough, but at this point I'm just very happy. So we got a perfect 10 out of 10. Okay, and then the next category we have is source material. Now, admittedly, I haven't been, reading the Inhumans. I don't even know if they have their own comic out, but I guess I like to read the crossovers. So whenever they show up, I'll read about it. So that's how I know about the Inhumans. And then I don't know if Marvel's trying to go that way. So you should be seeing something. Maybe there's a movie coming out, so that would be cool. But anyway, I don't. So I don't really know if Medusa's costume right now is actually what's in the comic books. So unfortunately, but what I do see is because she is Medusa with the hair, so they really did this well. Okay, so with this one, I don't have a choice but to give it a I guess a solid 9 out of 10. I would think this costume maybe some interpretation kept thrown in, but like I said, admittedly, I don't know about her costume in the comic book. So, and I don't have any issue with this type. And of course, Lockjaw, it's recognizable. So it's a 9 out of 10 for me. That's just a cop out, I know, but I can't give it anything less or more, just because I'm not really familiar with the character. I only got it because it looks so cool with the dog as an accessory. Okay, so our fourth category is art direction. I like this direction that they're gone on. Sorry, her hair is her power, so they really did this well. Like she's sitting on a throne with the hair as the throne, and then of course um, uh, it would be a lot better if maybe they did a switch out head. Make it, as you can see, the hair is kind of flat. Make it like wild, like your hair all over the place. Maybe they could have done the switch out head. That would have been nice. But I think if they were to do that, actually no. See if you see here, right? I think that's I'm speculating on my part. When they sculpted this, the hair maybe up to this part right here. It's one piece, and then the head and the statue is another piece. So in theory, they could have just done the body, the hair, and then the head, and then give you a switch out. But it might not have been possible because um, it might have been loose. But then I don't think so. This is glued in, so it's maybe they experimented and the head just like wasn't in right. So I don't know what's going on there, but having another head would have been nice. Okay. So anyway, I like this art direction. It's understated. She's sitting there like a queen, and she is the queen of the Inhumans. And then she's got her trusted dog, Lockjaw. Like we should all have a giant dog that can teleport. Okay. So anyway, I like this art direction. It's understated, but it's very powerful, as you can see. Okay, so I usually prefer the action pieces, but this is okay. So for art direction wise, it tells you of the character's power, if you will. So I will give this a sitting down. I'll have to take a half point off, so 9.5, 9.5 out of 10 for the art direction. Okay. So our final category is accessories. Now, as I've seen shown you guys earlier, there's a lot. Technically, it's a lot of accessories because you have like what 8 hair pieces, the pole, and 2 hands. Well, it should comes with hands, and the ultimate accessory, lockjaw. Okay, so I don't know any other statues out there that has this as an accessory. It's like you're getting a 2 character in one. So this is like the ultimate accessory. Now what I would have liked to see is, like I said, different head, replaceable head with like wild hair. Alright, that's what she's known for. So that would have been cool if it like came out everywhere. The only other thing is, well, 2 things. Actually, the staff. If you take it out, for example, you get that hole, and you get that, okay, the blue part. So if you didn't want to display the staff, or you got this displayed with the back bolt, and he's holding the staff, she can't hold the staff. So that's the only glaring, I guess, details. So it would have been nice if the XM included this part right here without the staff. So just to hide it, okay, and then maybe include a piece of hair down there. if you didn't want to display the staff. But right now you have to display it, or it will look really weird. And then the other thing is, I know it's meant to be I know it's meant to go with Lockjaw, but the way her hand is positioned, if you didn't want to display with Lockjaw, like if you have limited space or something, and Medusa can be a standalone piece. Lockjaw is not needed, but then it's kind of weird because her hand is out like this. Alright, so maybe they could have done something where, her hand is up like that, playing with her hair. So, maybe they could have done one that's up and then, with her hair coming down so it would show, her power. So giving us another hand that goes up with the hair, something like this, would have been, over the top. Okay? But accessory wise, I mean, other than that, I would say it's a 9.5 just because I think they could have done better with this. Now, I think earlier in the development cycle, they wanted to do the hair holding a chalice. So I guess for some reason maybe Marvel didn't like that because it implied alcohol. But hey, she could have had Kool-Aid or soda or water or something, but they didn't want that. So hopefully maybe somebody in the aftermarket can do one of these with the chalice. I'd definitely buy one. That'd be cool though. And then, with the hand going up. So that's why I'm giving it 9.5. Although this should be a 10, I just think that having another head would have been, way over the top. And, I would have loved that. But having a dog, basically another character, as an accessory, you can't beat it. Okay, so although it is 9 out of 10, it is really nice. Oh, sorry, 9.5 out of 10 it's just an awesome accessory. Okay? Okay, so we're now down to our overall score. With this one, this is one of the best, easily, I guess, SciShow's top 5. Of course, if I said before, I don't have the Magneto, but I will always rank that number 1. It's just that the concept is just genius. And then Black Bolt's up there, and of course this Medusa. If nothing else, even as a standalone piece, as you can see, as a standalone piece, it's good. But with Lockjaw as the accessory, it's just over the top. And this is one of the best ones that you can get. And I think they're still available. So I would highly recommend you get it. But overall, I would give this a 9.5 out of 10. Not quite perfect with the aforementioned the hair. Would be nice if another head was included with the wild hair. And then, with the arms and everything. So right now, because she's doing this, you sort of need to have Lockjaw or it wouldn't make any sense. Okay? So the overall statue, I would give this like I said, a 9.5 out of 10. A near perfect, and I really love this because I didn't have any fitting or paint problem like I had with the Thor with that paint chip, but the hair's nice. So and of course I always prefer the standing up or action pose over the sitting down, but this makes sense like the Magneto one. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I'd highly recommend you pick this up. Just because it's well done. Now the Inhumans aren't very popular, and I didn't really know anything about them. But I still got this and the Black Bolt, and I think those are the only two I would get. They just go nice together, and it's something that I don't think you see another Medusa ever. She's just not popular enough to justify doing multiple off, like say Spider-Man or Hulk or something like that. So I'd recommend getting this. Who knows? Maybe when the movie comes out, the Inhumans will be popular. But anyway, thanks for watching, and stay tuned. And I think I'm getting a notification to have Doctor Strange in, and I heard that thing is a beast, weight-wise. So we'll see. And by the way, this thing is pretty heavy. I think it might be over 50 pounds. I didn't weigh it, but from picking it up. So when I took it out in the basement, I have to take the individual pieces out and then take the big box down later. Okay, and this piece is mostly solid. I think it's a little bit hollow in the body, which is fine. And of course, Lockjaw is. Oh look, I'm pinning it off. Anyway, Lockjaw is hollow, and that's a good thing because if he wasn't, you'd be aware of a time, have aware of time, taking him around. Okay, so thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time for probably Doctor Strange, and that's impressive so far that I've seen pictures online. Okay, so see you guys next time.